Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/slash Tales from Tech Support. In today's episode, I'm an idiot, at least you're honest. Yes, your job is tech support. But you need to make more sales. Your instructions are stupid. I'll keep doing things the way I've always done them. What do you mean I can't open tickets anymore? And why am I getting charged for it? Ticket closed. Reason: can't teleport mass storage media. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. I'm an idiot, at least you're honest. Hello again all. This is a story that happened to me yesterday, and this lady might take the title of worst listener. The characters: doesn't listen, or DL for short. She's our user for this story, and as her name suggests, she doesn't listen at all. Me, our storyteller. This day in particular was a very busy day with a particularly high call volume, which is odd for a Thursday. I made it to the second half of the day, and so far no really annoying issues. Then she calls in. Me: hello and thank you for contacting, insert name of company here, my name is Ian Thief, how can I help you? DL: hello? At this point I believe maybe I have my mic muted, nope, so I repeat my opening again. DL: yes, hello, this is DL and I'm having issues with a training. It's not loading, and it says to check my pop-up blocker, but I don't know how to do that. Me: okay ma'am, I can definitely assist with getting this issue. I have a few things that I can try, and if those don't work I will escalate this to the proper team. DL: okay. Good. Yes, she did raise her voice when she said that. Every time she said that as well. Me: well, first things first, I'm going to need you to remote me into your computer, so I can take a look at the problem. DL: sorry, I'm an idiot, how do I do that? Now, I'm used to hearing I'm computer illiterate, or I don't understand computers, but never have I heard a user refer to themselves as an idiot. Me: well, I need you to close all open windows. DL: okay. Okay. A few minutes go by and I don't hear anything except for the sound of her breathing. Me: alright ma'am, have you closed all the windows? DL: you wanted me to close the windows? Me: yes ma'am, I need you to close all open windows. DL: okay. A few more minutes and I check back in, same thing, and at this point I feel like she might not know how to close the windows, so I verify with her. Me: ma'am, do you know how to close the windows? DL: you click the X at the top right of the screen, right? Me: yes, that's right, can you please do that for me? DL: okay. I did it. Me: wonderful, describe your screen to me. DL: it's my email. Me: ma'am, I asked you to close all open windows. DL: oh, okay. Another few minutes pass, and I go through the same song and dance again till I finally get her on her desktop. Me: okay, now that you're on your desktop I need you to click on the picture of a man in a white shirt and headset. DL: okay. Me: let me know once you've done that. DL: I can't find it. Me: I'm sorry. DL: can't find it, isn't here. Me: ma'am, I need you to look again. DL: okay. Another moment goes by. DL: found it. Me: okay, awesome, now click on it, and let me know when you do. DL: okay. It brought up names. Me: click on my name, Ian Thief. DL: okay. Me: now follow the prompts on your screen. DL, okay. Are you in now? Me, no ma'am, it takes a bit, I'll let you know when I'm remote in. DL, okay. She proceeds to ask me this 2 more times, and I respond the same way each time. Once I'm in her computer, I have her show me the issue. Sure enough, the training video won't load. Me, alright ma'am, I have a few things I'm gonna try, so bear with me while I get those done. DL, okay. I verified once more that she had nothing else she needed to do and proceeded to do the troubleshooting. As I'm going through the steps, I noticed that the mouse isn't responsive, and it turns out the user was still trying to do things on her end. Me, ma'am, I need you to stop moving the mouse on your end, it's preventing me from doing the necessary troubleshooting. DL, okay. Again, I go in circles with her a few times, and she just refuses to listen. After the 5th time, however, I got fed up and locked her mouse and keyboard inputs. DL, sir. The mouse and keyboard aren't working anymore, I think there is something wrong with them. Me, nothing is wrong with them ma'am, I locked your inputs so I could perform the troubleshooting. I will unlock it once I am done. DL, okay. Once again, she must not have listened because she tells me 5 more times. It was at this point that I muted myself and introduced my head to my desk. Once I finished the troubleshooting, I unlocked her controls and had her open her training. It opened and loaded, no problems. I was thrilled that I was done, but she wanted to be sure that it worked. Now, my fellow Redditors, how do you think she wanted to verify that it worked? If you guessed she wanted me to remain on the line while she completed a 2-hour training, then you are correct. I of course told her that I cannot remain on the line for that long, and she actually listened. Then with one final okay, she ended the call. Yes, your job is tech support. But you need to make more sales. Background: website hosting tech support. Company was purchased by a large-scale corporate empire notorious for making once-great hosting platforms suck. When I first started my job, I loved it. I recruited a ton of my friends. I genuinely enjoyed the work. I liked my customers, and my customers liked our company. We used to get praised all the time for being super friendly, not being in a rush to get them off the phones, and not harassing them to make a sale when they needed our help. I had been told on multiple occasions things like, I'm just so thankful that there's no pressure from me to buy anything. It's really nice, so thank you. I get pulled into the assistant manager's office with about 5 other people and my supervisor. He sits us all down and says he wants us to beta test something new. Sales. There's some immediate concern that a lot of employees in this department like tech support because we're awkward and we aren't natural salesmen, and we like to just fix things. He sugarcoats it, saying we'd only focus on sales relevant to what the customer called in about. For example, if they need help buying a domain name, we could upsell domain privacy, or a second TLD, .org, .info, .biz. The key here was that it needed to be relevant to their issue, so we aren't putting a lot of pressure on them. The goal was to be helpful, and he stressed that our job is still tech support, and he profusely denied that they were trying to make us another sales team. Because tech support is the most expensive department, DUH. It's supposed to be. So we try it out. We log our sales in a spreadsheet for a while, noting which customer we talked to, what product we sold, etc., and they share our results with management and corporate. And then they roll this out to the entire department. They change our back-end customer interface to have a big sales menu in the top corner where we can click a button to say which service we have recommended to them. If the customer buys the product we recommended within a certain window of time, we would get credit for that sale. Many of our techs hated it and called it early that this would ruin the laid-back environment in the department, and it would annoy our customers. Management didn't care and insisted that our jobs would never be dependent on us making enough sales. Fast forward a bit. I switched from the live chat team to the email team. One thing we observed was that we would recommend a product/service, and the email would go 10 plus hours without a response, then the customer would sign into their account and buy the service, and we wouldn't get credit for that sale because our window to make the commission was 8 hours, and responses from customers over email just aren't immediate, like the phone and live chat customers are. Plus, with email customers, they usually have a very specific reason to contact support, like an error in their email, or a programming issue with WordPress, and it made it feel a lot less natural to upsell products with those kinds of support tickets. I didn't bother making sales anymore, even though management was pushing them very hard at this point. They set a minimum sales amount to $500 before we would receive a commission check. So if you only sold $499 worth of products and services, you still wouldn't get a commission check. My supervisor posts a message in our chat room, asking for some honest feedback about why we have the lowest sales in the department. He wants to know what our concerns are, and if he can think of ways to make it better. He'd pass that feedback up to assistant manager to see if they could make it happen. So I mention how it's more difficult to make sales when their question is very specific, and we don't have opportunities to make small talk with customers while we wait for responses from other departments or senior technicians to fix their issue, and I mention how the 8-hour commission window may be too short for emails, suggesting that it may be easier if our commission window was 12 to 24 hours to accommodate for how long it takes for customers to purchase something when we have upsold via email in comparison to the often instant yes or no response over phone/chat. Then I get an instant message from assistant manager. He's pretty aggressive about my feedback regarding why I don't try to make more sales. He says I need to try harder. He brags about some other guy in the department on the phone team who happens to be a total natural salesman, and he's making these giant commission checks, and he says I need to stop complaining about the circumstances that make it harder for me to make a commission. Okay. Let's get this straight. I wasn't complaining. Do I like making sales? No, that's why I picked tech support instead of sales. But it's not like I complained to my supervisor. He's the one who asked us why we don't even seem to try. I clarify that sales from our team would probably be better if our sales window is bigger, because I had seen instances where I sold a service to a customer but they had waited to buy it until the next day, so I didn't get a commission. Assistant manager, well, if you want, I can just change your commission window from 8 hours to 0 hours. How would you like that? Yep, he just threatened to remove my ability to even make a commission at all. Because I shared my opinion with my supervisor at his request. I stared at his message for a moment, considering telling him to go sit on a cactus and quitting my job right then and there, but I was pregnant, and we had baby stuff to buy. Go right ahead, it's not like I make a commission anyway. I quit shortly after this exchange, because I was nearing the end of my pregnancy, and struggling to not tell customers to go take a long walk off a short pier. It was a huge relief to not worry about having to come back to that work environment after having my baby. Your instructions are stupid. I'll keep doing things the way I've always done them. What do you mean I can't open tickets anymore? And why am I getting charged for it? We have a pretty simple system. You ask for something, and you get something. With me so far. It really is that simple for the user. We have to do some crazy routing on our end depending on what something is, but that is an entirely different story. There is also a big button that say click here if you want something for someone else. With a giant red warning underneath that says hey, if you don't use that big button right above the something you ask for will be for you. We even have a are you sure you don't mean you want it for someone else? You already have something if the system detects you already have something. So enter user A. This user supports many other users. The department might get a lot of turnover because every month they get at least one new person. Or maybe they're expanding. Who knows, not my problem. Like clockwork, the second Monday of every month we get a ticket. I asked for something for new hire, but they never got it. Please fix. I'm not kidding. Literally every second Monday of every month for the last year or so. Can you guess what went wrong? Let me give you a hint. It has something to do with someone not using the giant button and not reading the two different warnings or pop-ups. I had gotten really tired of sending user A the same email every month. Please use the button to ask for something for someone else. We'll send ticket over to finance to swap the charges. That email also contains very detailed step-by-step instructions. The rest of my team had also gotten tired of hearing from user A, so we decided to not help this time, with manager/director backup. We disabled the ability for user A to submit tickets. They must call the help desk for tickets now. We also didn't forward the current ticket to finance. We sent user A a strongly worded email that basically said, look, you do this every month. We told you how to do this the correct way for a year. If you still can't figure it out, you're on your own and all these charges will fall on you. Attach the last 12 months worth of tickets. CC user A's boss. User A must have not noticed her boss CC'd on the email, because we get a nasty email back. What do you mean I can't open tickets anymore? And why am I getting charged for it? Do you know who I support? You will fix this now or my boss will hear about this. Insert other comments about how stupid the system is and how incompetent my team is and other non-professional language. Email was also largely in caps. We didn't get around to responding until after lunch, but as it turns out we don't need to respond anymore. User A's boss has apparently responded. I apologize for the behavior of user A. Please don't let her behavior affect the wonderful support you provide to our department. User B will now be responsible for interfacing with your team to get something for our new hires. Please grant user B the permissions user A previously had. I've read through your directions you send user A over and tried it out. It worked as expected. User B will be using those directions to complete her work. Also, please see ticket hashtag for terminating user A's network access. We killed user A's network account with pleasure. Ticket closed. Reason: can't teleport mass storage media. Sometimes you just gotta wonder why a person's train of thought derails, and how it comes they aren't even aware of it. A staff member from marketing is at a conference today, where she'll hold a presentation. Nicely following protocol, she had opened a ticket several days ago to request a loaner laptop for the trip, which was prepared and given to her in time. The conference is 700 kilometers away, so she had to leave by plane yesterday evening. But right before she left, she opened another ticket about an hour after our IT team leaves the office, and only one of us is available over the phone for emergency purposes, via the on-call number. When I arrived in the office this morning, one of my team members met me, a very confused look on his face, saying he's afraid he'll have to escalate a ticket to me. He was in complete disbelief about what was requested and wasn't sure how to handle it. Sure, escalate it over to me, I'll take care of it, I said, and by the time I finished logging in, the ticket already was in my queue. It stated the following. Please put the attached files on a USB stick. They contain my presentation media for tomorrow's conference. The files are very important for this event, so please make sure there are no errors in copying. 2 minutes later, she had added a note to the ticket. Be aware I won't be in the office tomorrow. Wait, what? Blank stare into the distance. How can you? What? Alright, there's only one sane solution to this. I fetched a USB stick and copied her files to it, wrote. Attached files were transferred to a USB stick as you requested. Delivery of said media in time is unfortunately impossible due to a lack of USB mass storage teleportation capabilities. Into the solution box and hit Submit. Ticket closed. Really looking forward to the inevitable backfire. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.